Have you ever sat down at the kitchen table, maybe with a cup of tea in hand, and thought to yourself, how did I get here? Not in a bad way, just here. Another day, another ache in the knee. Another morning where the cereal doesn't quite taste the same. And maybe, just maybe, another quiet moment where you wonder, is this what life is supposed to feel like at 70? Let me ask you something and really think about it. What did you eat yesterday? No judgment, just think about it. Maybe toast and coffee for breakfast. Maybe you skipped lunch or grabbed something quick from the fridge. Maybe dinner was something frozen. Or maybe you've been doing your best. Adding some fruits here, cutting out salt there, but deep down you still don't feel your best. Now here's the bold truth most people won't say out loud. What we eat at 70 matters even more than what we ate at 30. I know. We grew up in a time when you just ate what was on your plate and didn't ask too many questions. But now, food isn't just food anymore. It's medicine. Or it's the reason we're feeling tired, foggy, achy, or older than we really are. This is not about going vegan, counting carbs, or giving up the foods you love. No, none of that. This is about something much more powerful. Giving your body what it wants at this stage of your life so you can keep doing the things that matter most. Whether that's playing with your grandkids, walking without pain, sleeping through the night, or simply waking up feeling like yourself again. And don't worry, this isn't going to be one of those lectures. This is just me talking to you like I would to my own mother or father, because I care, because you deserve to feel better. And because science has uncovered some simple truths that can make a big difference, starting with what's on your plate. So let's talk about it. One bite at a time. Let's start with something surprising. The average 70-year-old in the US eats about 15 to 20% fewer calories than they did in their 40s. But guess what? Your body's nutrient needs haven't dropped with those calories. In fact, your body needs more of certain things now, not less. See, as we get older, our bodies naturally lose muscle. We digest food a little slower. We even produce less stomach acid, which makes it harder to absorb key nutrients like B12, calcium, and iron. So even if you're eating the same meals you did 20 years ago, they may not be giving you what you need anymore. And that's where the trouble starts. Tired all the time? Could be low B12. Easily bruising or feeling sore. Might be a lack of protein or vitamin C. Foggy memory. Sometimes that's not just age. It could be a blood sugar issue caused by unbalanced meals. But here's the hopeful part. You don't need to overhaul your diet overnight. In fact, some of the healthiest 70-year-olds out there follow a pattern that's shockingly simple and very doable. Let's walk through what a typical day of eating looks like for them, based on real science and habits from some of the healthiest older adults around the world. Breakfast. The foundation here's the truth. Many older adults skip breakfast or grab something quick like toast and jam or just a cup of coffee. But here's what healthy 70-year-olds do differently. They prioritize protein first thing in the morning. Why? Because after age 60, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein. We actually need more of it to maintain muscle, stay strong, and avoid that dreaded frailty that sneaks up as we get older. A simple breakfast. Try a scrambled egg or two. Add a little spinach or mushrooms if you can. Maybe a slice of whole grain toast. Greek yogurt is a great option too, full of protein and calcium for your bones. Some even stir a little protein powder into their oatmeal. Not a bodybuilder shake, just enough to keep their muscles fueled. And don't forget hydration. As we age, our sense of thirst declines. That means many seniors are walking around mildly dehydrated without even knowing it, leading to fatigue, confusion, even higher blood pressure. A full glass of water in the morning is one of the best gifts you can give your body. Lunch. Fueling the brain and body. Lunch is where a lot of seniors make their biggest mistake. They either skip it, eat something processed, or just nibble on whatever's around. But the healthiest 70-year-olds? They use lunch as their anchor meal. A hearty, balanced plate that keeps them energized and sharp through the afternoon. Here's what's usually on their plate. A lean source of protein. Think grilled chicken, fish, beans, or even lentils. Plenty of colorful vegetables. Carrots, leafy greens, tomatoes, bell peppers, all full of fiber, vitamins, and powerful antioxidants that protect aging cells. A healthy fat. Olive oil on a salad, a few slices of avocado, or a small handful of nuts. A smart carb. Maybe some brown rice, quinoa, or a slice of whole grain bread. This combination keeps blood sugar steady, no spikes, no crashes, and supports brain health, heart health, and digestion all at once. And if you're thinking, that sounds like too much cooking, don't worry. Many seniors batch cook once or twice a week. A pot of soup, a tray of roasted vegetables, a few hard-boiled eggs. It goes a long way. Snack time. Smart and satisfying afternoons can be tricky that you're not starving, but you feel a little peckish. Maybe the energy is dipping. That's when the cookies or chips come out. But healthy 70-year-olds, they snack with intention. Instead of sugar, they go for blood sugar balancing combos like apple slices with peanut butter, a few almonds, and some dried apricots, cottage cheese with berries, a square of dark chocolate with a few walnuts. These aren't just satisfying. They're feeding your brain, your heart, and your cells. Dinner, light but nourishing. Here's something many don't realize. Eating a heavy dinner late at night can interfere with sleep, digestion, and even your next morning's blood pressure. So what do the healthiest older adults do? They eat early, light, and balanced. Dinner often looks like a bowl of vegetable soup with a slice of whole grain toast, a small piece of grilled salmon or chicken with steamed broccoli and sweet potato, a simple stir fry with tofu, rice, and mixed vegetables. And here's the real secret. They enjoy their meals. They sit down. They chew slowly. They're not scrolling on a phone or watching TV. That relaxed state helps digestion and actually helps the body absorb more nutrients. The science backs it up. This isn't guesswork. Studies from the National Institute on Aging, Harvard Medical School, and the World Health Organization all agree. Older adults who eat balanced meals with lean proteins, healthy fats, whole grains, and plenty of plants tend to live longer, have fewer hospital visits, better memory, and far lower risk of falls, fractures, and depression. One fascinating study from the Blue Zones, areas in the world where people live to 100 and beyond, showed that older adults in those regions all share a few key eating habits. They eat lots of plant-based foods, they limit added sugars, they drink water or herbal teas. Not sodas. They eat until they're about 80% full, and they make meals social, not rushed. So here's my question for you, friend. What would your day look like if your meals supported your body instead of fighting it? What would it feel like to have a little more energy, a clearer mind, a body that doesn't ache quite so much? It's not about being perfect. It's not about dieting. It's about feeding your life in this chapter right now. Because you're not done. You're not fading away. There are still things you want to do, people who need you, stories to live, and it starts with your next meal. So, now that we've taken a close look at the deep emotional reasons why food matters more than ever after 70, let's start answering the question we all came here for. What do 70-year-olds actually eat every day when they feel good, stay sharp, and live longer lives? I want you to picture someone just like you, maybe a neighbor, a cousin, a dear friend who wakes up in the morning with energy in their step, clear thoughts in their mind, and no fear of getting through the day. What's the first thing they're putting on their plate? What habits are they repeating every single day? Not because they were forced to, but because it makes them feel better. Let me tell you, it's not about eating perfect. It's not about kale chips or green smoothies or living off supplements. It's much simpler and backed by real science. Let's start with something you may not expect. Most healthy 70-year-olds are eating more food, not less. Now, I know we've been told for years to watch what we eat, cut calories, avoid fats. But science is painting a new picture. As we age, our body needs more of certain nutrients just to maintain muscle, brain function, and immune health. That means that undereating can be just as harmful as over-eating. So let's walk through a typical, nourishing day, meal by meal, and I'll explain exactly why these choices matter. Let's start with breakfast. Now, this isn't about skipping breakfast or grabbing a quick cup of coffee and a slice of toast. No, the healthiest older adults? They treat breakfast like a gentle wake-up call to their whole body. Here's what shows up on their plate. 1 or 2 eggs, scrambled, boiled, poached, whatever's easiest. Eggs are packed with protein, which is crucial to maintain muscle mass and strength. But they're also rich in choline, a nutrient many seniors are deficient in. Choline supports brain health, memory, and even mood. Alongside that, a bowl of oatmeal, but not the sugary kind. I'm talking plain oats, maybe with a little cinnamon, and a handful of blueberries or walnuts. Why? Oats support heart health, and blueberries are little brain-boosting powerhouses. They've even been linked to delayed cognitive decline in studies with older adults. Now some will add Greek yogurt or a glass of milk, especially if they're struggling to get enough calcium or protein. That's a good thing. Dairy isn't the enemy it was once made out to be. For many, it helps maintain bone density, something that becomes more and more important in our 70s. Now let's talk about what they're drinking. It's not just coffee. Many healthy 70-year-olds start their day with a big glass of water, sometimes with a splash of lemon. Why? Because dehydration is sneaky. As we age, our sense of thirst gets duller, and mild dehydration can cause confusion, fatigue, even dizziness. Simple tip: if you're feeling tired in the morning, try water before more coffee. Now let's move into lunch. This is where things often go sideways for a lot of people, skipping lunch or settling for a sandwich and chips. But not the folks who are thriving in their 70s. Here's what their plate looks like. A palm-sized portion of protein, maybe chicken, maybe salmon, maybe even lentils if they're plant-based. Why? Protein at every meal has been shown to prevent the muscle loss that naturally happens as we age. It also helps stabilize blood sugar, giving you steady energy, not that crashy feeling an hour later. They'll add a big handful of colorful vegetables: carrots, spinach, bell peppers, broccoli. Why so much color? Because color equals antioxidants. And antioxidants are like little repairmen for your cells. They fight the damage that comes from pollution, stress, even just living. Most folks will also include some healthy fats, maybe olive oil drizzled on the veggies or a small piece of avocado. Healthy fats are key to keeping our brains sharp. The Mediterranean diet, which is rich in these fats, has been repeatedly linked to lower rates of dementia and heart disease in older adults. And let's not forget fiber. Some will have a slice of whole grain bread or a small side of beans. Why? Because fiber keeps digestion moving, keeps cholesterol down, and even helps your body manage blood sugar. It's not glamorous, but it works. And here's something surprising. Many healthy seniors eat a light snack between lunch and dinner. Not because they're being indulgent, but because it helps balance energy and prevent overeating later. A small handful of almonds, a slice of apple with peanut butter, even a boiled egg or a piece of cheese. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be intentional. Now let's get to dinner, the meal that many of us grew up making the biggest one of the day. But here's what many 70-year-olds who feel good are doing differently. They keep dinner light, satisfying, but not heavy. That they'll go back to basics. Baked fish or turkey, a steamed veggie medley, maybe a small sweet potato. Or sometimes they'll do soup and salad, especially if it's colder out or they're winding down. And here's something really heartening. They'll often eat with someone else. Not every night, but regularly, because the science shows that meals shared with others improve digestion, mood, and even nutrient absorption. When we feel connected, we digest better, we sleep better, we feel more human. And I don't want to skip dessert, because many healthy seniors don't avoid sweets entirely, they just make small shifts. Fresh fruit, dark chocolate, a scoop of frozen berries. These satisfy the sweet tooth without sending blood sugar into a tailspin. The point is, nothing extreme.
No counting calories. No trendy diets.
Just consistent, nourishing choices made with care and love. But here's the secret no one talks about. It's not just about what they're eating. It's about how they're eating. They eat slowly. They sit down, even if it's just for 10 minutes. They put their fork down between bites. They pay attention to how their body feels. They stop when they're satisfied, not stuffed. That kind of eating, it reconnects us to our body. It brings back dignity and joy to food. And it makes all the difference. Now I know what you might be thinking. That all sounds lovely, but my life doesn't look like that. I don't have the time, the energy, or maybe even the motivation anymore. I hear you. And in the next chapter, we're going to talk about that. I'll show you exactly how to take these ideas and make them work for your life, no matter where you're starting. Even if your pantry is nearly empty, even if cooking feels like a mountain, even if you've tried everything before. So now we've seen it, what a nourishing, feel-good day of eating looks like in the life of a healthy 70-year-old. But let me ask you something personal. Did a part of you hear all that and think, that sounds great, but I don't think I could do it? Or maybe, I've let things slip for too long. Or even, I'm too tired, too alone, too overwhelmed to care about breakfast or broccoli. If that thought crossed your mind even once, I want you to listen to me closely. You are not behind. You are not broken. And it is not too late. This isn't about becoming a different person overnight. This is about choosing one loving thing to do for yourself starting today. You see, for so many people past 70, it's not just about what's on the plate. It's about the weight of everything else. The loneliness, the quiet mornings, the pills, the memories of loved ones who are no longer there to share the table, the changes in your body that no one warned you about, the days that feel longer than they used to, or the nights that feel too short. That I want you to know, I see you. And this chapter, it's not about perfection, it's about hope. It's about starting where you are and finding joy again, even in the simplest bite. So let's talk about what to do now. Because information alone doesn't change lives. Action does. Here's what I'd tell you if we were sitting together right now, maybe at your kitchen table, sharing a cup of tea. Step 1. Pick just one meal to improve this week. Just one. Don't try to change your whole day at once. That's too much for anyone. Ask yourself, which meal feels easiest to work on right now? Maybe it's breakfast. Could you boil a couple of eggs the night before? Keep some berries in the freezer to toss in your oatmeal? Could you swap the toast and butter for toast and peanut butter, just a little more protein? Maybe it's lunch. Could you roast a chicken breast and keep it in the fridge for 2 days of easy meals? Could you buy pre-cut vegetables to save energy? If you're starting from scratch, even just adding a piece of fruit a day is a win. The most important thing? You choose it. You own it. You do it gently. Step 2. Make food easier, not harder. Some people feel ashamed to use frozen veggies or canned beans. Don't. They're nutritious, affordable, and fast. Pre-cooked grains, rotisserie chicken, even meal delivery kits designed for seniors. These aren't shortcuts. They're smart choices. You're not lazy. You're prioritizing your energy for the things that matter. If cooking feels exhausting, consider batch cooking once or twice a week. Make a big pot of soup. Freeze a few portions. That way, on the days you don't feel like doing anything, you've got something comforting ready to go. Food should feel like support, not a burden. Step 3. Invite joy back to the table. Let me ask you, when was the last time you really enjoyed your meal? Like, truly savored it? Not just ate it, but felt something: warmth, comfort, even pleasure. You deserve that again. So maybe you play your favorite music during lunch. Or eat outside when the weather's nice. Maybe you call a friend and eat together over the phone. Even lighting a candle or using your favorite plate can change the whole mood. If you live alone, it's especially important to turn meals into moments you look forward to, not just something you get through. Step 4. Don't do it alone. Ask your family to help. Maybe someone can bring you groceries or prep meals together once a week. Join a local senior center that offers shared meals or cooking classes. Use community programs. That's what they're for. There is no shame in needing help. The truth is, asking for support takes strength, and it keeps you connected, keeps you alive, not just in body, but in spirit. Step 5. Celebrate every small win. You chose an apple instead of a cookie? That's a win. You drank a full glass of water this morning? That's a win. You sat down to eat instead of standing at the sink? That matters. Every choice in the right direction builds momentum. And before you know it, you'll feel it. You'll wake up with a little more energy. You'll feel steadier on your feet. You might even notice your thinking is clearer, your mood is better, your sleep is deeper. This isn't magic. It's biology. Your body was built to respond to care. Even now, it's not about living forever. It's about living better. For as long as we're here. With dignity. With joy. With choice. So let me leave you with this. If you woke up today, you still have purpose. If you're breathing, you still have options. And if you're listening to this, maybe, just maybe, it's because a part of you is ready. Ready to feel good again. Ready to take your health into your own hands. Ready to treat food not as a fear, but as a friend. Because you've still got time. You've still got life. And I promise you, you're worth every bite of it. Now, what's one thing you'll eat tomorrow morning that your body will thank you for? I'll be right here, cheering you on.